Hi all, today in this session I'm going to explain about text plan document and how people are preparing a real time in text plan document. I'm explaining you. Okay. Mm, Before that, I will cover a few topics like what is text plan, what is the use of text plan components. And next one is sample text plan in real time project. Okay, and next one is I will explain you interview questions in test plan document. Okay, so next we'll go into the next screen. Okay, ETL testing interview questions and answers part 3. Okay, next we'll go and see this screen. Okay, text plan document components. There are few components are there in the text plan document. First one is project overview, in scope, out scope, text approach, defect management tools and details, environment details, roles and responsibilities. And next one is project timelines, risks and issues, entry and exit criteria, references and approvals. These are all the text plan document components. Okay, I will explain you topic wise for all the topics, like each and every topic I will explain you. Okay, so before going into the project overview, in scope, out scope and all, before that we will discuss what is test plan, why test plan is required, who is preparing the text plan document. So those information we'll see. Okay, um, what is test plan document? Test plan document means it is like a detailed document that describes the text strategy, objective, scheduled, deliverables and resources testing for the software product is called text plan document. If you go and see any software company, any software projects or products, we have to maintain in the test plan document. It's like a roadmap. It's like a roadmap of the project. It means like exactly what we are going to text and how much time it will take and how many resources are there in this particular project. So those information we were providing into the text plan document. Okay, so now we'll go for next question, like why text plan is required. Text plan is, as I said before, right? A text plan, it's like a roadmap of the roadmap to the particular testing process. It means like a communication between stakeholders and our testing team members. Here, stakeholders means clients or customers with whom we are working on the particular project. Those people we are going to call it as stakeholders. Okay, so that's why that is the reason test plan is required. It's like a interaction. If any team member comes into our team, if they will review the test plan document, they will come to know that this is the process we are following, this many testers we are working, these are all the scenarios we are performing. Those information we will those people also understand this document, and they are confirming that this project is going to be start this date and this project is going to begin this date. Like that they will understand it. Okay. Next one is who prepared the text plan document. Text plan document usually prepared by the test engineers. Okay, so this all information provided by the prepared by the text engineers. Okay, test engineers. So once test engineers prepared, then they will take the review from their leads and their managers. Okay, so this is brief review about text plan document. So next we'll go for project overview, in scope, out scope, text approach, defect management tools, environment details. Okay, first we'll go and see the project overview. Project overview means, see, let's suppose people are working in different projects. Okay, it means like we will give the detailed description of the project information in this project review phase. Next one is in scope. In scope means it's like a mm, for functional or non-functional perspective. So what we are going to text, what kind of requirements we are going to text, that is called as in scope. Out scope means this particular release what we are not validating, what that will not texted, but particular requirement that will not texted is called as out of scope. Okay, next one is text approach. As a testing team member, as a ETL tester, what kind of testing approach we are performing from the source to target. Okay, so that thing we will mention it in the test approach. Next we'll go on for defect management tools details. So normally as a tester we are preparing the test scenarios and test cases. Okay, test cases we are preparing, right? So once we prepare the test cases, we are upload the test cases in the defect management tools like Jira or HPALM. On different projects, people are few projects people are using Jira tool, few people are using HPALM. Okay, these are all the, it's like those are all text management tools or defect management we can call it as. Okay, so next one is environment details. Environment details means it's like which environment we are performing. If you let me tell one example. Environment details means it's like which environment we are performing in the testing. Okay, in every any software projects there are three environments and four environments are there. It's like depends on the project point of view. Okay, dev environment and testing environment, and next one is prod environment. Okay, so we have to mention the all the environment details in environment details phase. Okay, next one is roles and responsibilities. So as a text engineer, what kind of roles we are performing? Okay, those information we were mentioning into the roles and responsibilities phase. It's like let me tell one example. It's like test as a test engineer. First, what we will do, we are preparing the test cases and uploading the test cases in Jira or ALM, and next one is executing the test cases in Jira, right? So those information we will provide it in the roles and responsibilities page. Next one is project timelines. Project timelines means it's like when this project is going to be start and when this project is going to be end, and when we are going to give QA sign off. Those information we were give it into the project timelines. Okay, next one is uh, risks and next one is risks and next one is risks and issues. Okay, risks and issues means when we are doing the testing execution, at the time if you found any environmental issues or any blockers or any scheduling timings mismatching, at the time we were use risks and issues. Okay, next one is entry and exit criteria. Okay, entry criteria means it give the prerequisites items that must be completed before testing can begin. Entry criteria means before we are going to start testing, we should know the understand the requirement. Okay, next one is all the environments, all the testing environments should be available, those information we will check it into the entry criteria. Okay, next one is exit criteria. Exit criteria means uh, exit criteria means it's like what are the tasks they are giving to us. Those tasks we should complete the certain time period. Okay, it's like, let me tell you an example. It's like a test cases should be written, and we will complete the review with our lead. So those information we were considered as exit criteria. And next one is references means references means it's like a references. It's like a, we were mentioned in the requirement path and Jira or HPALM path, where we are uploading the test cases, or where we are seeing the requirements. It's like a DST document or technical design document. Those information we were mentioning into the references phase. Next one is approvals. Approvals phase. uh, Mm, First, any project, if you are completing the once we are prepared the text plan document, then we are going to take the review with our leader manager, right? After that, we are going to take the approval from our manager and another person, like stakeholders. It's like a dev manager or text manager. Those people approvals required. So in that phase, we are using in approvals. Okay, so next one, it's like this one is sample test plan document in real-time project. Normally a real-time project, how that sample text plan will happening, just I'm prepared it and I'm showing you. Okay, so let's see here, project overview. Project overview means here we have to write a detailed description of the project and project requirements. Project requirements we were mentioning it here. Okay, it's like a, what is all about this project and what are the requirements in this project. Those information we are providing into the project overview. Now I will tell you one example. There are 6 files like .txt or .csv or .xls files. Okay, there are 6 files planned for testing, but as per the plan we have to text only five files. Okay, so one file that is going into the out of scope. Okay, so just I mention it as example. Okay, any project, first we have to mention all the details here. What is the project all about, and what is this project requirements, and what is this project it's like what kind of files we are validating. Those information we are providing into the project overview. Okay, next one is in scope phase. Okay, in scope phase, in scope it's like ETL testing in scope. Okay, here we were mentioning we have to write down all the text scenarios, all the possible text scenarios we have to write down here. Okay, test scenarios uh, like we have to mention table structure, record count, data comparison, initial load and incremental load validations. So those information, those test scenarios we have to updated in the in scope phase. Okay, let me tell a few test scenarios as example. Okay, so count and data validation. Okay, count and data validation. It's like, it means a record count validation, and data comparison validation, and initial load validations, like again record count validation and duplicate record validation. Incremental validations, like again we have to text the record count validation, data comparison validation, and duplicate record validation, and archive file path validation. These are all the validations. These are all the validations are test scenarios we were mentioning into the in scope phase. Okay, next one is text approach. Text approach, as a ETL tester, what kind of test approach we were performing in the ETL testing approach? See, as a testing team, what is the process we are following in the source to target system? Okay, here we have to mention, we have to mention our testing approach. Okay, testing approach. Okay, what kind of, let's suppose if source is a file and target is a table, in that case how we are loading the data into the source to target, this process we have to mention it in the testing approach. Let me tell one example normally how organization will happen. Okay, so QA team will run the job or store procedure, and then once the job got succeeded or store procedure got succeeded, then data goes into the target system, and we were performing in the initial load and incremental load validation. If we run the job second time, then we will do the incremental load validation. So normally if source is a file and target is a table, then we will mention that kind of approach. Okay, if source is a table and target also table, then in that case also same process we are following. QA team will run the job, and QA team will run the job to load the data into the target system and verify the validations, like initial load and incremental load validations we are performing. Okay, and next one is flow diagram. So here we mention it as a source name and target name. Here we were mentioning it as if that is a it's like a, if we will mention like source server name, and here target server names. It's like what are the databases we are using, what are the sources, what are the servers we are using, we can mention source. It's like if let's suppose source is a file, we can mention it here as source name as file, target is table, then we will update it as a table, and we can mention it as DB name as well here. Okay, and next one is defect tracking tools. Defect tracking tools, what are the tools we are using, those information we can providing into here. Okay, so all the test cases will be created and executed in Jira, test evidences captured in Jira or HPLM. So those details we were mentioning it here. It's like what kind of tools we are working, those details we can mention it here. Okay, next one is out of scope. Out of scope means a particular requirement that will not be texted in this release. So let's suppose I told you, right? So here in this project just we are validating out, there were 6 files. Okay, plan for testing, but as for the plan we have to test only 5 files. Here one file it will going into the out of scope. It means we no need to text the particular file. Okay, um, here we are not validating the one file, and just we are mentioning the file. Okay, so now I covered what is project overview, what is in scope, what is out of scope, and what is test approach and flow diagram and defect tracking tools. I explained it, right? Okay, next one is environment standpoint of view, we have to mention all the source server names and DB names details. Okay, we have to mention the all the source server names and DB database name details. At the same time, again we have to mention target server name and database name details. It's like a which environment we are working, right? We are normally people are working testing environment, right? So those information, source server name, database details we can mention, and target server name and the database name details, we can mention it here. Okay, next one is project timelines. Project timelines means, as I said before, right, project start date and end details. Okay, those details we were mentioning it here. It's like project start date we will update, and project end date we will update, and QA sign up, update also we will update. Those are all we are going to call it as project timelines. Okay, next one is roles and responsibilities. Roles and responsibilities, there are three types of roles are there: text manager roles, text lead roles, text engineer roles, and responsibilities. Okay, so first we'll go for text engineer roles. Text engineer, what he will do. Okay? Text engineer, what he will do, he will understand the requirement, he prepare the test scenarios and prepare the test cases and execute the test cases. These are all the roles test engineer perform. Okay? Next one is text lead roles. Text lead, what he will do, he will review the test cases and he will review the text evidences. Okay, next one is text manager. As text manager roles point of view, he will review the daily status report and he will review the test plan document, and even he can review the all the test cases or test evidences. He can review it, but as manager, normally they will review daily status report and test plan report. They will review it. Okay, next one is risks and issues. Okay, next one is risks and issues. Okay, risks and issues standpoint, if you testing issues, we have to mention like environmental issues and blockers. Just we can mention it as our testing issues. It's like when we are doing testing, so you don't know server name and database details, and suddenly dev team deployed to QA. So in that case, you have to inform the manager and you have to get the environmental access. So in that time, we can mention it as risks and issues. Next one is entry criteria. Entry criteria, before I said, right, before start test execution, we have to check the entry criteria, like requirement document is available or not, verify the environment availability. There are few examples I mentioned, right? And verify the unit testing completion. For this unit testing, normally developers they will do, and just we will come to know that before they are deploying into the QA environment, whether they are completed unit testing or not. We have to confirm it. Okay, that is called as entry criteria. Okay, next one is exit criteria. Exit criteria means after test execution, we have to check the exit criteria. Check the all outstanding defects. It means like while doing testing, how many defects we perform, uh, those information we have to see it. Okay, let's example all the test scripts are executed or not, we have to check it. Okay, that is called as exit criteria. References means it's like a requirement documents path. So requirement documents path means DST document path or technical design document path or Jira path. Those information we will keep it in a references path. Next one is approvals. Okay, once test plan document preparation is done, then we were going to take a review with our manager. Okay, our text manager, and take the email sign up from him. We need to get the approval from him. He will review our test plan document, and he will provide his sign off. Just I'm mentioning it as a sample approvals, like name, Likit, dev manager, we have to take his sign off. Okay, my project manager, we have to take his sign off. Sushira, text manager, we have to take his sign off. Okay, so once we prepare the test plan document, after that we have to take the approval from this all the managers. Text manager approval required, project manager approval required, dev manager approval required. Once this all approval got over, then we were sending the test plan document to the stakeholders. It's like means dev manager or project manager or clients. So those all stakeholders, we are going to send a email to them and informing that test plan document has been prepared for this particular project. Like that we were mentioned. Just I'm giving some sample approval details here. Okay, that is called as approval. Okay, next one is text plan. Just I'm giving some interview questions and answers. Okay, if you have time, please take a look and write down all the questions and answers. Okay, next one is what is text plan. A text plan is a detailed document that describes the text strategy, objective, schedule, deliverables, and resource testing for software product is called as text plan. Okay, next one is why text plan is required. A text plan serves roadmap to the testing process. It means communication between the stakeholders and testing team members. Who prepared the next question? Who prepared the test plan document? Test plan document is usually prepared by the text engineer and reviewed by the test manager and text lead. Next one is what are the components are there in the text plan document? Project overview, in scope, out of scope, text approach, defect management, tools and details, environment details, roles and responsibilities, project timelines, risks and issues, entry and exit criteria, references and approvals. Next one is what is in scope and what is out of scope. Okay, it means we have to text the functional and non-functional requirement of the software that will be texted is called as in scope. Means what are the requirements we are going to text, that is called as in scope. What are the requirements we are not testing, that is called as out of scope. Okay, the software requirement that will not be texted is called as out of scope. Okay, next one is what is text approach. What is test approach? Test approach means it's like as a testing team, what is the process we are following in the source to destination. Let's example, testing team, normally testing team will run the job to load the data in source to target system and perform the initial and incremental load validations. Okay, so this kind of testing approach we are performing. Okay, next one is what is entry criteria and exit criteria. Entry criteria gives the prerequisite items that must be completed before the testing can begin. Example, requirement document available and environment availability. Next one is exit criteria, means items task that must be completed. Let's example, test cases should be written and reviewed. And the next one is what is risks and issues. Why I am preparing these all questions? Interviewer may be asking you this kind of questions. It's like what is test approach, what is entry criteria and exit criteria, what is risks and issues. Those kind of questions interviewer they might be ask you. Okay, during the project, what is risks and issues during the project execution or test execution time. If we found any environmental issues, blockers and scheduled time mismatching, at that time we can use the risks and we can consider it as risks and issues. Okay, I think it's done. Okay, thank you for watching my video. Hope you understand this test plan document. Still, if you are having any doubts, any clarifications, please reach out to me this email id shekhar.texter33@gmail.com. If you like this video, please like it, share it and subscribe it. Thank you for your time.